Hi, I'm Lori, and I live in the Midwest in the United States.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Northern England in the UK, and we are into the blue channeling the Palladians. This is our very first video. We're excited to tell you a little bit about ourselves and how our channeling duo came about.
Which is a great story. I am a Reiki master. I do channelings, I do oracle card readings. I'm a published author and poet, and I started connecting in with the Pleiadians. I guess it's been a couple years. And from there, I met Sarah in a book club and instantly felt connected to her. And the next thing you know, we meet up, and then she starts doing what?
Well, channeling and everything else. Um, so I'm based here in by the Peak District National Park in Northern England, and I'm a yoga and meditation teacher as well as a Reiki practitioner. And I have been helping people with complex and chronic health conditions. And I'm also an Akashic Records reader, a medium, and now a channel, which feels good to say.
It's a,
And
it's a good list to have.
yes, absolutely. And actually one of the first things we did is I read Laurie's Akashic Records and the rest is history.
We started realizing we had a lot of similarities. And as she opened up the Akashic Records, I too am a medium channeler and all of those things, but I was going to let her do the reading on me. But the next thing we know, I'm in the Akashic with her in our joint records, and we are starting to see and hear the same things. I had already been connecting with this group of Pleiadians in the Pleiades star system and getting messages and downloads. And then Sarah starts to receive the same insight while we're in the Akashic Records. And we start to realize we are supposed to co-channel this group of beings to bring forth messages to the collective for their greatest good. So here we are.
So here we are. Let's get started. Okay, I heard a greetings. So we're here to speak with the Palladian Group of 9, if they are available.
I heard we are here.
Yes, I'm seeing the light, the bright white room and the oval shaped table. It's kind of like a stretched oval, like
It
not a
is,
full oval,
yes,
like yeah, like
I
a
was just gonna
longer
say that. It's like,
stretch.
yeah, it feels very stretched, like it's not a circle, like it's not like King Arthur, Knights of the Round Table. This is very stretched oval.
Yes. Yes, well, thank you for having us again. They said it's our pleasure. So
And
let's begin. Yeah,
yeah, I
sorry.
was gonna say I'm seeing them, yeah, towards the end of it, and I'm still seeing us as they're looking up at us. I'm still getting that visual pretty strong and seeing Devin there.
Okay, and I'm again seeing the colors.
Hmm.
So I'm seeing like they do seem to be, for want of a better word, like pastel kind of shades of colors, like a pastel light pink, pastel green, yellow, blue. So can we just confirm, are these your light bodies? And what would you like to tell us about it?
Yeah, I'm getting yes on that. I am getting the rainbow frequencies. As you said that, I saw it go around the room in rainbow order like that of
Mm,
how a rainbow goes, the colors red, orange, yellow, green, blue. As you rattled them off, it was very iridescent pastel around the table. They don't feel like they have, it feels like form, but I'm not seeing faces. I'm not seeing like, humanoid. It just feels high vibrational light, but I do believe the rainbow frequency is what I'm seeing with that.
Yes. Although when you said I'm not seeing faces, I saw Devon pop in.
Right, well, I was gonna
Like,
say with the
hello.
caveat, because Devin is form. I'm seeing him as
Yeah.
Pleiadian Devin as form, and he is on the so if the table is looking up at us, I'm seeing him on the right hand side about second or third in.
Yes. He's there. He's smiling with his long, like, platinum blonde grey hair. Yeah.
Matchy matchy.
hmm Is there anything you want to tell us about this rainbow spectrum of light that you're showing us?
I'm hearing it is representative of the all the frequencies there on Earth and in the other dimensions of of blending all of the frequencies together so that we can, I'm hearing like harmonics, so it can be more of a harmonious of how it's going to be received by who's watching this. So it has to do with the blending of all the frequencies and energies. So each one is represented by these different light body colors. So each one is kind of holding that different frequency. So I almost am getting like it's matching auras too of people who are listening. So someone may be of more of blue frequency, someone may be of more purple. It has something to do with that of a match. And so therefore each one is being represented and held by these different members at the table so that it has to do with the receptivity of those that are going to be hearing.
Yes, that's
Uh,
so nice. When you said about frequency, I actually got the visual of a like piano keyboard, and like so
mhm.
they're showing like all of the keys like in, I guess, an octave range. I guess that's eight rather than nine, and we're addressing a group of nine, but like obviously they're showing like the full like spectrum of sound, spectrum of color, of light. That's
Yeah. I'm wondering if Devin is representing the ninth, like if that's what's coming in as the ninth. I don't know.
mm. So actually we wanted to find out more about the Pleiadian group of nine. Could you tell us a little more about yourselves, perhaps, about the collective?
I'm hearing the dimension is irrelevant.
Yes, that
It
was going to be my next question, but you said it's not
yeah.
relevant. Yeah,
Yeah, and also the card I pulled today out of the Pleiadian deck that's coming in really strong as you were talking about the frequency. The card I got was Sound Codex, and it has frequencies all over it and notes on the card. So they were showing me that as a confirmation for what you had just said.
great. And I received saying that to confirm that they are a collective. They work in harmonious unity and are
Mhm.
here to assist with the ascension journey that is taking place on planet Earth.
Yep.
They said they extend their open arms to all of humanity, and they strongly wish to help in this time.
Yep, that's what I'm getting. And I'm hearing like an uncracking and like an unopening. I keep seeing like almost like an egg that opens. Like their information is to help unlock, uncrack, and to just bring higher truths, love, light to the collective in a way that is, yeah, digestible.
Yes. And I think they're continuing what you were saying about the fact that dimension does not matter.
Mm.
They're saying that their their collective is multidimensional and they cross all dimensional space.
Yep.
Um, they're telling me that that this is a very human concept. They're trying to place, different entities, different peoples into boxes, and
Hmm.
that isn't the way that they operate. It isn't. it isn't their vibration to be that way.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was hearing like we're not even relegated just to the Pleiades. That's kind of where we are connecting in with them, but
Right.
they're not even bound to just being in the Pleiadian star system. Like they're everywhere, allwhere. You know what I mean? Is kind of the vibe I'm getting. This is just the connector point for us to be able to tap in, kind of like here on Earth, you have to have a meeting place. So, or is it always going to be the coffee shop? What is it going to be? And that's what this is. They're saying this is the most natural meeting point and of the dimension. Okay. And of the actual dimension of where the Pleiades is like operating in, because what I've been told is that where Devon resides is in fifth dimension Pleiades, which is a little easier to kind of bridge up to. So it kind of like they can come down a little bit more, we can come up a little bit more, so it doesn't feel like such a huge gap. So that seems to be why this has been chosen as the meeting place. Huh. It's
That's
fascinating.
interesting.
It is.
So am I right in thinking then that this meeting room that we are meeting in it is actually the in the fifth dimension where Devon resides? Okay, I'm getting like nodding kind of
I am too.
quickly.
Oh my God, I'm nodding. I don't know if my eyes are
Yeah.
closed. I was literally nodding because that's what I was
Yeah.
seeing. Oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah, we both received nods. Well, actually, this segues quite well to the next question I had on the list. I wanted to ask about the Palladian star system and whether there was a particular star that you originate from or resonate most closely with that you could tell us about.
I heard Alcyon. What did you hear?
Yeah, that's interesting. I definitely saw A. Um, Okay, Alcyon. Would you like to tell us anything about Alcyon for the people watching?
Because when you very first started talking, I saw the 444, which is the light years, 4,444,000 light years away, or whatever that is, that
Yeah.
where the Pleiades is. But it sounds like, I don't know if I'm getting this right, but basically it sounds like the Alcyon was one of the first star systems in that cluster to originate. Are you getting anything on that?
So I was getting starting to get a visual or a description of it being a quite a sorry, I've kind of lost that. Kind of like a sense of like a purity.
Mhm.
Can you tell us more about it? I'm getting is a happy and a harmonious and joyful place.
Mhm. I just keep seeing like a bright white North Star in my third eye. I'm just seeing that so strong.
For some reason, I see visuals of waterfalls. I don't know how that connects exactly. But
Yep. That actually is interesting because last year, I think it was when I channeled in about what does it look like there? I got a lot of waterfall imagery. I have that recorded and I'm seeing those waterfalls very lush. Um,
yes, like almost like rainforest-esque.
yep,
I mean,
yep.
it's hard to use Earth terms because
Hmm.
obviously different star systems are quite different, but not very different.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I just saw like a giant like waterfall like just goes cascading down into um like the big like I'm seeing like these like really giant leaves
I'm seeing
like
vines.
mm, just things just I guess just um in large proportion I suppose is what I'm seeing for some
Yep.
reason.
Yeah.
Mm,
Like the closest visual I could kind of get to Earth-wise is like Maui, like Hawaii. It feels kind of tropical, but not because it feels very like technologically advanced there. So you have some of that aspect. But as far as if we want to try and get a visual, I'm seeing kind of like that, yeah, like a lush rainforest, but almost like a coast. type thing too, where there is a lot of water.
I also just got like it's almost like a pod type shape. I just saw like a floating like see-through like sphere thing that just kind of floated
Oh,
up.
I love
Um,
this.
like I can see like you can see right through it, but it's kind of like, when you look through if you look through like a thick window or something, it could just like as a distortion. I don't know what I'm seeing
I'm
exactly,
Well, I'm
but
hearing transportation. I'm hearing
mm,
this is like a transportation, but so like a ship, but it sounds like it's something like I'm seeing an image of like a helicopter to equate it to like Earth,
right.
but it seems like some sort of pod that's like clear, like where you
Yeah,
can go in and then go view everything, but it's like
like a translation test for like exploring like a
yes,
yeah.
exploration.
Oh my goodness, that's so cool.
That is cool. It looks like a two-seater on the one I'm seeing.
Yeah, it's not very large, I don't think.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Wow. And it's just kind of like the way it floats, it's almost like a bubble, like floating
Yep.
on air.
Yes. But it
It's
has seating. Like you could stand, it's big enough where it looks like you could stand up in it, but I see it seated, where there's navigation, like there's some sort of like joystick or controller or something like that that controls it.
That's awesome. Thank you very much for sharing that with us.
It's fun.
Um, is there anything else you'd like to share about what we're currently talking about, or shall we move on
I
to our
heard
next
move
question?
on.
Yeah. Okay. So we've just had the solar eclipse and new moon in Aries and Chiron. So we'd like to ask, what would you like to tell our viewers about this eclipse that just happened and the eclipse window?
I just felt like hands going out like starburst is what I saw, and like it was huge. It was very huge, but I kind of felt everybody be like like we don't really realize just how big it was
Yeah,
on a
it's
cosmic
very,
level.
it's, sorry, I'm very throat
I'm
now.
the same way. I'm getting
Um,
it too.
Yeah, like obviously this thing was huge, really huge. And it's interesting that the visual you got, because I saw the moment of totality and then these massive solar flares coming off of it.
Yeah.
Um, I'm getting chills saying this.
Yeah. I'm hearing very clearly we were there. We were there. It was a big event in Earth's history, and we were all there supporting and helping bring through this excess energy to the planet for to get everyone where the sense is like to get everyone where they needed to be. So it's still integrating now. But I'm seeing it so big, like as in the like cosmically solar system galaxy, it had a massive impact. This wasn't just an Earth thing, even though we saw it, the
Mm.
ripple effects that were going on in the cosmos, you can't even imagine what that was doing across space time. Hmm.
And they're saying that the Earth and the way that from the Earth that our moon does this and blocking out the sun in totality is quite unique
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in the universe or multiverse. This is something that was designed for planet Earth, and it has a resonance and importance far beyond Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah,
Yeah, very lasting effects. Like I'm hearing it's not only transformed each one of you individually, also your collective, yes, but okay, I'm seeing like all like it was doing the same thing. Like yeah, it was not just relegated to humans and Earth, like the same type of change energy and frequency upgrades and stuff was happening across others as they are ascending to their other dimensions as well. Oh, that's fascinating. So, like, if someone's going from like 5 to 6 or 6 to 7, wherever their planet is or whatever they're doing, this was helping push and propel it. So, it wasn't just an earth thing. We were just one of whole. We were part of one that everybody was experiencing this. So, it was a very massive event.
And they want to emphasize the importance of healing, the after effects of a
Yep.
healing state
Yep.
in
Full body
this
chills on that.
in this event. And they're saying that whilst humanity are in many ways doing very well, that there are elements on in the human experience that need deep healing,
Mm.
and this is being provided at this time. Mm.
It's quite emotional. I'm feeling it
Yes.
right in my heart of so much support and love pouring in to like it just feels almost like a mother like stroking its child is kind of the imagery I'm getting of like a very soothing energy. Like as this healing and integration starts to occur, like feel yourself being held, by so many that support and love you, your teams, the angels, like I'm getting a lot of heavily supportive energy.
Yeah. Oh, it's intense feeling.
It
It's really
it it
beautiful.
is, yeah. I know. I feel like my eyes are like leaking. I'm like, it
Yeah.
feels so gentle, so kind, like so much love.
They're saying to be kind to yourself
Mhm.
as
Um,
these effects continue on for the next 6 months of Earth time. And yeah, know that you will get through it. And
Yep.
there's a lot of, utmost importance happening. But just allow yourself the care and self-care and the time that you need
Yep.
to process this massive
Yeah.
event. Oh
I'm
boy.
hearing gentle and grace. I keep seeing gentle and grace. Like be gentle with yourself, have grace with yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself and expectant to be at XYZ. Flowing
Mm,
is going to be really important through the rest of April. I'm seeing like a river, like flowing, flowing, flowing with like just don't beat yourself up. I keep hearing that, just really have patience with yourself, and lean into the support that is there. Wow. And I'm seeing a huge burst of white light in my third eye. I feel like
oh,
I'm
I
being
got too.
encompassed. Yeah, it just like got strong and flashed. I felt it all over, like in the room. It almost feels like in the room there's a white light if I were to open
I
my
see
eyes.
that too. It's going vertical.
Yeah, yeah, it's very intense. Wowza. What is that? I need more information on that. What is that? These are this white light you're seeing, this is an example of these type of solar flare that Sarah referenced.
Mm,
And so as my head is tingling, as you visualize, because you can't, obviously see a solar flare with your eyes, they're saying that white light, this is an example of what it's actually doing. It's beautiful, high frequency white light. There are bursts of it always there for you. So if you get a spark of inspiration, a moment of feeling good, like a overwhelming moment of joy, kind of a bliss state that comes out of nowhere, that is I'm putting it in air quotes, like a solar flare of sorts for the consciousness, for your own consciousness to lean into, and that's how that support is going to come in. My head is tingling. So visualizing that high frequency white light. And I'm even hearing kind of like if someone is sensitive to energy, they may see these out of the corners of their eye, like almost in your periphery. You may catch glimpses of these little white light flashes. And when those occur, to just stop and take that moment to have grace and love for yourself and know that you are supported. That is the energy that is here for you as you move through this time. Oh, it's beautiful. My goodness.
It's very reassuring.
It is, right? It feels very comforting. Like, yeah, it's a phrase I always say, and they're kind of echoing it in my head. Like, everything's right on track, everything's right on time. Nothing is amiss. So that's kind of, they're kind of putting that into my field of like, lean into that concept.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah, speaking of time, and maybe you in a way just answered this by saying about 6 months, but we have a question from viewers. Is there a span of time or space for the eclipse window? How long will this energy last for?
Mhm. I'm getting the 6 month that it is tied to the like October and April, are usually those eclipse seasons. This one was very much tied to the October 2023 eclipse. And so it was connected. I see it like as a bridge, like an interlocking. I see two locks together. So like look at what was going on in October, apply it to April. So this one will continue to kind of, like I'm saying, like a like fizzle, like phase out and do the completion of it. And then this October 2024 will kind of start a new fresh cycle, a new fresh batch. But this April one will be with us kind of till that time, integrating and completing.
Wow, yes, I'm definitely getting, yes, both looking back 6 months and forward 6 months.
Hmm.
Very interesting. I also got a slightly contradictory statement
Hmm.
from them saying that this energy in some ways will never leave.
Hmm.
Like, you
Yeah.
know, this there's been a vibrational upgrade. So whilst we might feel it for 6 months, some of this residual energy will always remain.
Yes.
Um,
Like on a collective level for sure. Well, a planetary level because of what it did. That makes perfect sense.
I don't know why, but I just suddenly saw shooting like jumping dolphins out of water. I don't know what that was for.
That's funny. I
Okay.
have I have a there's a Pleiadian card that is called Dolphin Play, and it's got two dolphins
Mm,
jumping out of it that are glittery. So I'm wondering, is that
mm,
the message is to be in a more of a playful spirit? Don't take it so
mm.
seriously, is what I'm hearing, is you stay in that playful spirit. It will allow it to move through with ease. So maybe that's what your dolphins
Yeah,
are. That card popped in my head.
that's great. Um, okay, so let's move to the next question. Could we ask for details on how the solar eclipse transformed humans? Was it different for individuals who were awakened versus not yet awakened?
Hmm. I'm getting a lot on that, are you?
Yes, it's a little bit comedy in a way.
Yeah, yep. That's why I started giggling. I was like, oh boy, I just got a lot of visuals and a lot of words.
I don't know. I mean, I got like a joke about like people like burning their retinas and how that's not very awake.
So yeah,
Okay.
it has kind of like it feels like a cheeky energy a little bit of like it's a both and it's more of the same kind of because we all are awaken at different stages. I kept hearing the word catalyst, it was a everybody got something from it. Did someone take a quantum leap whereas someone else took a little bunny hop? Yes. Because I'm seeing like hopscotch and I'm seeing some people, like at number one and they went, I'm going to number 10 and this really helped, my awakening. I had a huge timeline jump, quantum leap, whatever you want to call it. And then I
Mm,
saw other people who just, this wasn't really going to be at that time for them. This was going to be more of ease and kind of taking like a little bunny hop, like, I'm ready to maybe, you know, uh, try a new recipe. You know what I mean? Like that was their change. Whereas some other people were like, I'm going to move, I'm going to quit my job, I'm going to do that. You know what I mean? So whereas others, the change for them was something very more small on a smaller scale, but equally as important because anytime there's a change or a shift in perception, that is growth. So,
yes. Okay, yes. And I received that we asked the word, we said the word transformed, how we're transformed.
mm,
Like everybody on the planet. And by the way, not just humans, but every animal, every plant, every tree, everything
Mhm.
it was transformed and has been affected
Mhm.
by this. Um, but yes, it would have had a more powerful effect for certain individuals over others, but everybody has been affected.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that about plants and animals. Yeah, vegetation, like everything, rocks, everything. It just seems like, again, I'm seeing that frequency like that, like what you would see like on an EKG, those types of like,
Yes.
that type of frequency imagery. Everybody did that. Everybody got an upgrade. Everybody got a boost. Like it, it was helpful to everybody in some way. It did not harm anybody, even though you may feel like you're going through an uncomfortable, sticky change or something to that effect. It still is all for your greatest good. Um, with frequent, but that frequency thing is coming in really strong.
Yeah, it's so funny that you said EKG because I also saw a very similar visual. It's so cool.
That is interesting. And you know what?
Okay.
Okay, maybe I just heard the heart, like EKG is with the heart, kind of, it's a heart monitor. So it
Mm,
sounds like everybody got a lot of heart chakra upgrades, especially. So more love, opening to love.
it definitely has felt like my heart chakra has been on fire this week.
Same. That's funny you just said that because I've had about three or four other people say that same thing to me. So that's interesting. EKG heart. I love the imagery and the symbolism they use to get the messages through. It's so helpful.
Yes, thank you very much. Is there anything else you'd like to say on this topic? Otherwise, we'll move on to the last question.
I'm not getting anything else on my end.
I received that one thing the total eclipse shows us is that even following complete darkness, there's always light. That's really
Ooh.
nice.
Okay, so I'm wondering if that's what's going on right now because in my third eye, I am getting the brightest. It's very indigo though. It's like I can almost see through it at this moment. And that as you started speaking, it just kept getting louder and coming in stronger and stronger. So I'm going to use that as a confirmation for that.
Yes. Okay, so let's just zoom out a bit. Could we ask, what is the energy shift going to be like from 2024 to 2025? So going from a water sign to a fire sign.
Mm. I heard very clearly you've had to be in a flow state. And as you go from 24 to 25, the fire energy is going to be action state. It's going to be a lot of action. It's going to be more, I'm seeing like more coming into the physical, whereas the water energy was very more flowy and it felt a little more
Cerebral, like in the
yes.
mind. Yeah.
And it sounds like it's like go time, like it's action. Things are gonna become more to form. Uh, I want to like, can we dig more into that? What's gonna be more to form? I heard everything, like advancements, connections, contacts, change in
Yes.
directions. Like it just feels like everything takes form.
Yes. Like I received that like a lot of what people who are spiritually aligned are visualizing or imagining or dreaming will become more of a concrete reality in
Yep.
2025, moving from in the mind into physical space
Yep.
and
Yep.
matter.
Yeah, like solid. I just keep this feel like
Yeah, I see
air,
like a big chunk of like
like concrete or something.
timber or
It's weird.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
weird. That is fascinating. Yeah. Okay.
Wonderful.
Well, that's
Okay,
something to
so
look forward to.
yes, I have a little bit of anticipation anxiety maybe, but it does sound
I'm over
exciting.
here like, yes, because my humanness, that's what it has seen and felt and known is that time frame. So this feels very nice to get this in a channeled state apart from kind of Lori humanness. That's great.
Time for action. I got a carpe diem, seize the day. That's gonna be
Yeah.
2025 energy.
Yeah,
Seize
like
the
it
day.
feels like all those things that you've kind of everything that's this preparatory mode, everything that you've kind of been doing and healing, clearing, dreaming, whatever, like yeah, it just feels kind of like 2025 is, go time. It feels very exciting to me. Whereas it's been a little bouncy. This feels almost, even though it's okay, even though it's more go time, it's oh, I just lost it, the word. Uh, oh God, what was it that what they just say? It has
You're
like that, yeah, like it's like that excited energy of like you get what you want type of thing. Or whatever you've been kind of anticipating or whatnot. The preparatory is what you're kind of in right now. And then, yeah, as things take form, you're going to feel it's okay. It's bringing kind of seeing like a release valve, like somebody like lifting up like a clear shield on a red button or something where you would just like, you hit the button where it's like, it's time, like celebration, like I'm getting some energy around that. So it's not a time to fear anything, even though there would be a lot of change energy. This is like the good change energy, like what you're going through right now maybe doesn't feel quite so good. But this will bring about the rewards, is kind of what it feels like. Hmm.
yes. There's plenty of change happening this year though.
Right.
As well, but yes.
I'm getting a lot of like
Evolution.
move. Yeah, yeah, I was gonna say it gets like it feels like more like movement energy right now where it can feel a little destabilizing of sorts. Whereas this 2025 energy feels a lot more I don't know. It seems like there's just like a knowing. Like I can see people kind of looking at each other, just being like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yes.
Like you don't even have to talk about it. It's like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And could we ask if there are people who are feeling like destabilized right now, what would be your recommendations?
Mm. I heard ground, 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 ground.
Yes, I got take a deep breath, which I did.
Yep. Yeah.
Take a deep breath. Walk barefoot
Hmm.
on the ground outside.
Yeah.
If
Anything
that's
that brings you back to you, like
yes,
those feel good things, the creature comforts.
yes, work on your grounding practices. Get into the body, out of the head into the body more.
Yeah. They're showing
Yeah.
me you actually like doing yoga. So definitely body movement and breath work. Um,
Yes.
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Well, we'll say goodbye to the Pleiadian Group of Nine and Devon for today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, I was gonna say thank you very much.